Good evening, friends. This is Arrow Jero of the Arrow Jero channel, and thanks for tuning in. I am going to talk about getting your visa for Japan today. The steps that I've taken today. I got sent my package of documents to fill out so that the process can begin. And so I am going to go through all that, but I wanted to do a quick recap because yesterday was Japan Day in New York City, and so there was just great deals on Japanese restaurants. Like every Japanese person in New York City was crawling the streets, just bar hopping. I met up with several friends, but the main event was in Central Park. Okay, they had musicians, Japanese musicians, people playing music. Jero, my namesake. I don't know. I really want to call him my namesake because we have the same name, but our names are pronounced the same in Japanese. Jero. He is a famous enka singer. He's one quarter Japanese, one quarter white, half black. Enka singer, very famous in Japan, beautiful voice. Find him on YouTube. You will absolutely love his music. So he was there. What I found was, there were a lot of Japanese people. There were a few otaku, dressed up as Pikachu or anime characters. But really just a ton of people, because everything was free. They had they didn't have takoyaki. They had okonomiyaki, they had ramen, they had gyoza, they had tea, miso soup, lines a mile long because everything was free, which is totally wonderful, giving people some experience to Japanese culture, Japanese language, because there was booths for language. And so it was a wonderful event and a ton of fun. But I kind of do wish that you had to pay for food. I think it would have cut the lines down. You bring in a lot of really cheap poor people. Oof, I'm going to take some flack for that. Get the poor people out of here, right? Charge a little money for the food. Oh, see, I offend myself sometimes. The words that are coming out of my mouth, I'm not even happy with that. But a great time. Too crowded. Ran out of food too fast. But I did get to eat some, have some tea. And just meet up with good people, my Japanese friends. That sounds weird too. Whatever. And after that, I just spent the rest of the day. Went into East Village and Lower East Side of Manhattan, and just went to different Japanese restaurants and ate and drank and had a wonderful time. The main Japanese restaurant that I wanted to go to didn't open until 5, so before that we went to a Korean place next door where they had $3 shots of Johnny Walker Black as their special. I don't know if they know what they're doing, but that was wonderful. And so just again enjoyed, as always, a wonderful Sunday of debauchery and drinking. But this was Japan Day, so I was with my Japanese friends, speaking Japanese all day and enjoying wonderful food. Just ate a ton of dumplings, okonomiyaki, takoyaki, and more. So that was nice. Alright, let's get into the nitty-gritty stuff, because this is what I think a lot of people are interested in, making the transition. I am and have been making that transition for a while. As you guys know, I started this channel a month ago with the hope and desire that I could soon quit my job and move to Japan. And I haven't quit my job yet, but I was offered a job, and so now I'm working on contract and visa application. So we'll go over a few things. Contract. If you are going to an English school, which I am now, I know that I've said in previous videos that I didn't want to teach at an English school, but after looking around, I feel like I found a good fit for me, and a lot of the jobs that I'm qualified to do, as far as management, social networking, and public relations, and things that are in my current field related to what I do now. they will only sponsor visas if it's somebody who currently resides there. They won't even interview unless it's someone who currently resides in Japan. So I'm making the step. I'm happy with where I'm going, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So first of all, my contract. A lot of it is open to interpretation. There are actually some blanks in here, which was concerning to me. But all of the important stuff that I'm really looking for, salary related, is cut and dry. I'm good with it. Salary increments, payment of salary. Just read this stuff. Do read, because I've heard horror stories of people that didn't read. Make a copy of it so that you still have what you signed when you get there. Again, I've heard horror stories when people have had them retracted, so maybe I'm going a little bit, taking a bit of a leap of faith. But this is a big enough company that I feel good about it. So, you know what? How many times do you live, right? Only once. So, we'll just go for it. I went ahead, I signed the contract. The other thing that I got was a certificate of eligibility verifying whether or not I have a criminal record in Japan or overseas. Luckily, I was able to say no to both. Also, have you ever been deported from Japan? Thank goodness I have not. It does, however, say that, where was it? It does say that answering yes does not disqualify you from work in the company. So if you do have a record, I mean, take that into consideration. It could it could be worse. You are not necessarily disqualified if you've been deported from Japan. Plus, also, I found this interesting. If you have been deported from Japan, how many numbers of times have you been previously deported? So maybe some of you out there have misbehaved so many times you've been kicked out multiple times. Thanks for hanging in there, and you know what? Own that. Next, we come to resume for visa application. That's resume with the little mark. What do you call that? Accent mark over both E's. I didn't know it was over both E's. Actually, still not positive it is. So it's very French, I guess you could say. What do we have here? Surname, first name, middle name, nationality, date of birth, marital status, address, elementary school. They want to know your elementary school. Middle and high, and university. Employment history in Japan. This was interesting. Where have you worked before in Japan? So filled that out. Also, employment history outside of Japan, but only for full-time paid positions that were directly relevant and related to teaching, coaching, tutoring, or training. So they're not asking for your full work history outside of Japan, but anything relevant. Next, medical declaration. This one was nice and easy because I am just a perfect specimen of physical health. What a douche, right? Again, I just offended myself. Print your name. Are you under the care of a physician? Are you on medically restricted diet? Do you have any allergies to food? Do you require prescriptions? Do you have any current injuries? Do you take prescription medicine? Have you had injuries, illnesses, or conditions in the past 5 years? What do we have? I just marked no to everything and signed that. So, good to go. I'm going to go... The other things that they're asking for is a copy of my passport, what else was it? Oh, a copy of my former visa, the last time that I lived in Japan, and a couple of passport photos. So I'm going to go take those now, and I will certainly keep everybody up to date on how everything's going. And next time I will be talking, not next time, but within the next few months I will be talking to you, Baka in Osaka. Take care. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.